Hello. In this module, I'll be introducing you with the concept of business process maturity. Now, organizations differ in terms of their level of process orientation. I mean, they differ in terms of their ability to use systematic process thinking. Okay, so remember the very first module of this lecture, concept of process thinking. So the business process maturity is basically captured using several models, but in general they all agree on a set of levels for business process maturity that describes how organizations mature, what characteristics are common at each maturity level, and typically there are 5 maturity levels, as you will see right now. But what a model describes is that a model basically defines an evolutionary path that increases organizations' process maturity in stages. As I said, usually 5. So a model basically helps an organizations to go from immature, inconsistent business practices to mature, disciplined processes. But we have some key assumptions, which are, I must say, they're quite realistic and well-founded. By now, they're all verified. There are several evidences for that. First assumption is that immature organizations do not perform consistently, and their success are basically not continuous. They can't sustain that. It's basically by luck, and we'll see how. And mature organizations produce high quality or quality products and services that effectively and also consistently. So the question might be, why are business process or business process management maturity models useful? Now, basically, management needs some guidance on how to implement BPM initiatives. You'll see about that. It's not easy to decide on where to start, how to continue with these initiatives. Without clearly defined strategy and plan for improvement, it is really difficult to achieve kind of consensus within the organizations about how to start and where to start, who would be, or what kind of priorities that should be kind of put forward to start and continue with this initiative, any kind of an initiative. And basically that's where the business process maturity models or business process management maturity models come to our help. So organizations can use the maturity model to understand the activities necessary to launch and sustain a BPM initiative, and to assess its process maturity, to identify the strengths and weaknesses so that or they would know basically where to start, how to continue, develop a roadmap for process improvement. That's why basically business process maturity models are used for. So in fact, in the next video module, we'll go into the details of the characteristics of each level, or organization's characteristics at each level. But at this module, let me very briefly introduce you with these characteristics. Very briefly, at level 1, the organization lacks any kind of standardized processes. They typically have ad hoc practices. So level 1, initial level, is basically you don't have any proper processes in place. You just perform the things, but it's just ad hoc. Okay. So at level 1, we call it inconsistent management, and the objective here, if you want to go to a higher level, is to set up to bring some repeatable practices at the work unit level. And when I say work unit, I mean a department within an organization, a division, or a team perhaps, or a project. So work unit. Okay, so at level 2, managers establish stable work environment in their work unit. In level 3, the stable work environment is basically improved and leveled up in the organizational level. So the objective here is to bring some standardized practices across the organization. At level 4 is basically optimization of processes, and you do so only by measuring the performance of your processes. So measurement, quantitatively managed processes are basically the core of level 4 organizations, the capability management. So optimized practices are the objective, and process performance is measured for informed decision making. But that's not enough, basically, because now you have optimized processes, but now at level 5, the objective is not just to continue in optimizing processes, but the objective is to come up with new innovative business processes. So the organization pays particular attention on innovation at level 5. Again, processes are continuously improved at this stage, but not just that, new processes are innovated, or new processes are put in action due to new business models. Nutshell, 5 levels characteristics of organizations or what they do at each level. But we'll go into details in the next video. So yeah, see you there.